Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I was just thinking, we've talked about financial change, something financially, and we talked about all kinds of things that could happen with the U.S. And we're just teeter-tottering on lots of bad things. But one of the other things is a coup. Now, things were right for a coup. Now, I don't know. My friends aren't in the coup position. But everything that's been happening with the Obama administration, tells me that there was a coup cooking. And for one thing, they've been putting the pressure on our military. I mean, they've been ripping our military apart. Military. Okay, now one thing, I'm kind of old-fashioned. The military is designed to kill people. That's what the military is for. That's what their job is, killing people. Now, how this is done determines on who's in charge of the military. And like I say, in Venezuela, they had a coup, but then they had some military that backed the president, and this happens all the time. And it's funny because everybody thinks, the United States is too big, it's not going to happen for the United States. Like I say, it came really close, I think. It still may, but I know it was set up. The thing was, that's you notice this administration has taken the manly part out of the military, and I know everybody's so big concerned on equal rights kind of stuff, but remember, my only experience with the military is I lived in the jungle for 13 months killing people. So that's what I know of the military. We were trained for that. We were set up for that. We were at the worst end of military, I hate to call it violence, but the military in the way of killing people. Your special forces, all these kind of people, everybody thinks, they're really cool. Well, yeah. Now, their targets are pinpointed. They go in to fight a certain time, and they're taken in and they're pulled out, and this type of stuff. Like I say, I lived in the jungle for 13 months. That's kind of one reason why I get a little bit of, when it comes to the military, I can't even imagine a woman being out there where I was at. Now, I've noticed just us guys coming, we can be talking, we can be doing things. All it takes one woman to join us, and everything changes. Now, I can't even imagine what would happen with all the blood and gut, hand-to-hand killing we did, and you had a woman out there with us. My imagination can't even come close to thinking what that's going to be. And so we were trained to be honorable, not patriotic. Like I say, you're patriotic when you join the military, but being in the military, it's only run by being honorable. And to be honorable it takes a lot of things to be honorable. And like I say, and there's things that I can't even come close to describing what it would be to be honorable in combat. I mean, like I say, I've gone out in situations where we knew we were outnumbered, outgunned, and we knew we were going to die, and we still went. That's not patriotic. That's a lot of honor that's been built into you. And it's not easy at all. A number of times we'd write our last letter because we knew we wouldn't make it out of this mess. And so, what makes someone do something like that? Well, I'm sure there's people that aren't in the military that can do stuff like that. But in my particular situation, if you were with me and you spend that time in the jungle doing the combat like we did, we'd go up against forces of 500 to 7,000. 100 of us would. We didn't go rest. We didn't do nothing. We were walking around out in the jungle, and then we'd have all this kind of stuff happen. Believe me, nobody's tough enough to do that. I mean, you're so scared, you pee and you poop your pants. It takes honor to get out there. Now, I'm not saying women don't have honor or what they do is a trans whatever, the people that got weird sexes or changing the sexes or something like that. I don't know, but that would definitely destroy morale of a bunch of, I hate to say it, but a bunch of killers. That would really be something to tear your morale down. So I'm sure they were doing all this to destroy the morale of the military. That's why they've let all these women in and all this kind of stuff, doing all that kind of stuff. And I say, I made videos on the military if you want to know more. I said a lot. Let's see, it's a blog and it leads you to more videos. I think it was shitty Vietnam War stories, or crappy Vietnam War stories. That's what it is. And I just share my experiences. Like I say, I was only in a year and a half. But one thing I do know, I have a lot of fortitude because of what happened, what I got out of my 13 months of combat. There's others that have had more combat than I have. And a lot of these people have worked their way up to generals and stuff like that. I can't see, they, like the police and a lot of all your elected, I think all your elected officials, they swore to uphold the U.S. Constitution and protect it. And so, right there tells you that for you to do that, you swore. You swear to God. You swear to do it. That's all your oath keepers are the same way. And I think every Vietnam or every vet that I've talked to, I don't care how messed up they are or anything like that, they would do it again. It's just that honor that comes. And so when these politicians, not only they don't honor their word, but like I say, they go against the Constitution, that I think is awful close to treason of some level. For sure, it's not right. Now, even if you don't believe in God and you swear you're going to uphold the Constitution and you go against it, for sure you're a treason then. And so, like I say, so I'm not really good on people treason. And like I say, a lot of these senators and congressmen, they've been voting in stuff that they shouldn't vote in. They're not looking at the Constitution when they do it. That sets them all up for at least impeachment. At least. So, the idea of a coup, it's a very good idea. A coup, as long as they follow it up with the U.S. Constitution, because the Constitution is set up. I don't think it says you can have a coup, but it does says if we need to make changes, we can make changes. So it doesn't spell out all the changes, but I think a coup would fall into it pretty good. That would be a very, very good thing. So I wish they would have followed through on it, but like I say, I wasn't in the States. I couldn't have done anything anyway. I mean, I'm like I say, those aren't my kind of people. I don't know that many generals. So, but like I say, the way they were been resigning and forced to quit, and somebody already thought of the coup idea. So, but like I say, I don't think it's that far. It could be that far. I don't think it could be that far off. All the advisors and all the upper ends of the administration really close to treason. So if the military was more manly and had more honor, I could see where a coup could be definitely in the works. Anyway, just something to think on. There's all kinds of ways the United States is going to be changed. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.